Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, Shaker Heights High School varsity football fans. Welcome here to the Euclid Community Stadium here in, of course, Euclid, Ohio. Today, your Red Raiders are back on the road for another Greater Cleveland Conference matchup, this time against the Panthers of Euclid High School. The less than a half-hour commute from Shaker Heights brings the football team to a position at which they are able to defend their undefeated season. And the Red Raiders have so far beaten Willoughby South, Brush, and Solon to begin the season, whereas Euclid has not found that success. No success at all from Ohio opponents. Euclid is 1-2. Their only victory coming from their matchup against Erie, the high school from Pennsylvania. So immediately, Shaker forcing some yellow laundry onto the field with a kick out of bounds. Jack Geisler, the one to get us started here. Will Tagan left the team after week 1. He just found that battling both soccer and football would just be a little too much. 2 sports in one season is not exactly a typical thing for a high school student. I mean, you've got academics to worry about as well. And when you're in your senior year, you definitely have academics to worry about. So, Euclid's going to start with the ball at the 35. Man in motion from the right, moving left, and they'll give it off to the ball carrier. I believe that is number 4. So that's how we get this one started. The Red Raider defense has been absolutely phenomenal. Turnover after turnover. Last week against Solon, they forced 3 from the Comets in a game that ended up a 53-27 victory for your Red Raiders. I mean, they're 3-0, looking to go 4-0. 2 yards on the carry, and here they'll give it off to that exact same man. It's Marquise Hall, the senior, sitting in at 5'10", 190 pounds. Will only pick up a couple, if any. We'll see what they mark it. The Red Raider marching band now populating the stands opposite this press box. Stick around for their halftime show, but we've still got plenty of football until it's halftime. Only a minute off the game clock so far. So 2 runs to start this drive for Euclid. And here they look to go to the air after 2 short runs, and he is, some heavy contact. I believe that was from Aiden Murray. And my goodness, quarterback Robert King, the sophomore quarterback, pummeled behind the line. So a quick 3 and out from Euclid, and Shaker's going to send out their punt receiving unit. And one of the receivers for Shaker, number 19, counting the men out on the field, making sure he's not going to be one more man than need be. Aiden Murray pushed out of bounds, and he'll be rather close to midfield, but not just there yet. So Shaker's defense trots off the field after again finding some success on the defense, specifically limiting the run game. Last week against Solon, the Comets ran it 20 times for 73 yards. That's only 3.6 yards per carry in an high school ball. That's not a stat you like to read. So they'll start it off with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and they're going to look to go to the air. It'll be a lateral over to Cornell Beard. He'll make a man miss and go for about 8 yards, perhaps 7. We'll see what they mark it. And Cornell Beard picking up right where he left off. And my goodness, he just ran through that Comets defense last week. And speaking of last week, 39 carries for 387 yards. That's 9.9 yards per carry. However, there, not going to work out for him. Keep in mind when giving you that 9.9 yards per carry stat, one run counted for 93 yards. But if we disregard that stat, they went 7.7 yards per carry. Still a phenomenal stat for Cornell Beard. So quickly, another third down. Either team yet to get a first down. We'll see what they do here. Man in motion, moving from left to right. That's Kai James. Abdul Ahmad rolls out to his right. He scans the green grass in front of him, and now he's just got to throw it away. So, through 2 possessions, defense is definitely winning. 2 3-and-outs for each side of the ball. And Ahmad trots off with his offense. So it'll be Lucas White to punt this one away. The sophomore with a boot. He'll stand at the the 36. And both the return mans stand at the 16 on the other side of midfield. A sky-high punt. It doesn't go too far, but for high school, it's not that bad either. They'll mark it down at the 31-yard line. And Euclid's got to get going on offense if they want to pull off the upset here today. Euclid today sporting the blue helmets, blue jerseys and white pants, or I should say navy with yellow accents. And the Red Raiders, of course, with the red helmet, and then the white jersey and pants with the red accents. Of course, they are the Red Raiders. What do you expect? High snap, under pressure. He's going to have to roll out, but he'll hit his target, number 6. And not much more after the reception. Number 6. That's Telfair, the senior. So that's the first pass completion so far. Just above 8 minutes left to go in quarter number 1. Things just getting started. We're scoreless. 2 receivers to the right. Man in the backfield once again is Hall, and he'll find the lane, and he's off to the races. Aiden Murray tracking him down. It looks like he can get there. And can he? My goodness, no, he couldn't. He ended up getting to him, but Marquise Hall just kept dragging Aiden Murray past the 10-yard line and just carried him all the way to the end zone. So that's a touchdown for Euclid. Wow, the strength for Marquise Hall, the senior running back, showing you nothing but his strength. And the home crowd celebrates. A gorgeous stadium, this Euclid Community Stadium, home of the Panthers. Here's the PAT. It's a low PAT, but it is indeed up and good. 7-0 our score. So what a run from Marquise Hall. Finding the lane is one thing, but dragging Aiden Murray plenty of yards to extend for the score across the pylon. We should highlight him on our roster next time we play them. So Shaker, needing to get something going on offense. Looking to maintain the undefeated season. 3-0 where they stand at the moment. They beat Willoughby South on the road and then came back home to the Rupp to beat both Brush and Solon. Solon, a big victory for Shaker. Gives them a lot of momentum as they come back out here on the road. Because Solon, the first GCC contest for this football team, and, well, they came out and they dominated the Comets. Really pulled away in that second half. And I mean, when you look at the stats, it makes sense why they won. Unless it's the penalties, of course. The penalties were the main issue. However, more yards on penalties didn't need go to Solon. Solon's kicker getting things set with the referee. .747 left to go here in quarter number 1. The kicker, Nyland Thompson. It'll be Kai James to receive it at about the 20. He'll find a lane, and a helmet came off. And now they'll blow it dead. That got dangerous very quickly. Kai James, luckily okay. Head coach Alex Nicholson making sure to check up on him as he heads to the sideline. And so Shaker will have the 1st and 10.
Euclid brings him down at the 36-yard line. That's where the Red Raiders will start their drive. 1st and 10.
Abdul Ahmad back out there now. Man in the backfield with him is Cornell Beard. He'll roll out to his left. Under pressure, he'll try a spin move, but nothing doing. Trying to get a little too fancy with it, and it just won't work out. He fell at about the hash mark, the left hash mark.
Euclid's 19, James Tissino brings him down for the sack.
And so Shaker needs to regain that yardage. They lost 5. 2nd and 15. Ball spotted at the 31. 3 wide receivers off to the right side. None off to the left side. And here, there's a flag on the play, and it'll be a false start on Shaker. Moving back another 5. So that'll push him back 5 more. Shaker with technically 0 yards of offense because they play of +7 yards, but they've lost 2 on one play and 5 on another. Here's the run to Cornell Beard. He'll trip up, try to get through the O-line, but not much doing. Maybe about a yard or 2 of a gain. But again, not too much going his way there. It'll bring up a 3rd down. Looks like they'll mark it as a gain of 4. And so that'll bring up another 3rd down. Shaker looking to avoid another 3 and out as they had happen in that last possession. 3 men to the right side, 1 to the left. And here they're going to go to the air. He'll hook up with number 11, and he should be down before the fumble. And that looks to be the case. So Kyle waits after the catch. They'll call it a catch. I guess they'll call it a football move, his couple steps forward. 5:40 left to go. Clock continues to tick down. Lucas White standing at the 18-yard line. Looking to punt this one away. 2 3 and outs. Not a way to get started in a game you're expected to win. Good snap and a good punt. And that one's going to roll to number 1. That's Jefferson Jr. Behind the 30-yard line, we'll see where they mark this one down. So with that punt, 5:18 left to go in quarter number one. 7-0 our score. The Panthers looking to do some more damage, make it a 2-score game. The rankings heading into this game place Shaker at 31st in Ohio's Division number 2, and the Panthers, I believe it was 65. And here, just barely avoids the sack. There is yellow laundry on the field. Somehow this quarterback avoiding multiple sacks, but it should be a holding if this call is going the Raiders' way. Good moves by Robert King, the sophomore, nonetheless. And it looks like it's going to be a face mask, believe it or not, on Shaker. Shaker with 14 penalties in that last home game against Solon. Those 14 resulted in 84 yards for Solon. However, Solon had 8, but it was 90 yards. So the ball moves up to the 31. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Or excuse me, 2nd down. And another run. The clock will continue to tick on down. Less than 5 minutes left to go in the first. 3rd down and about 2. Shaker's defense needing to lock up here. They'll more than likely go to the run with the success we've so far seen from Hall, the senior running back. That's exactly what they're going to do. They'll find the lane, but flag on the play. And if you're a Red Raider fan, thank goodness he could have been off to the races. So false start, push him back 5. So make it a 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Offense out of the huddle. 2 men off to the left side. 1 out to the right. He stands at about the 30. And the snap. The quick throw over to the left side. That the hookup with number 13, and he will get just about nowhere. But there is a flag. Once again, we'll see what the call is. Corday Hill, the sophomore target. The referees converse between the 25 and 30, and it'll be an illegal block in the back on Euclid. Shaker, of course, going to decline, as that'll bring up a 4th down and 7 yards to go. Ball spotted at the 29 for this punt. Jace Griffin and Aiden Murray, the 2 men looking to return this one if it comes their way. The punt, another good punt. Not too much trouble with these punts so far. Man trips up at midfield, giving some more room to run for Aiden Murray, and he'll take it past midfield and up to about the 45. Once again, we'll see where the referees decide to mark this one. So Shaker, with their defense coming up once again, is going to need their offense to convert. I believe they're still looking for a 1st down. Similar formation as we saw last drive, And that means 3 receivers over to the right. But here they're going to go to Cornell Beard. He'll barrel for a couple of yards. through some of the protection up front, but I believe he'll only fall forward for about 4, maybe 3. Regardless, it'll be a second down once again. Same formation. Cornell Beard just in a different position in the backfield. Ahmad fakes the give. He'll find Kai James, and he'll fumble it. And oof, we'll see who this one ends up with. It very well could be with Euclid. Euclid saying they have it, and they do. So Kai James with 2 unfortunate plays so far. One had his helmet flying off, and there a fumble. Kyle waits right by the play, but he couldn't fall on it quick enough. He was too busy focused on blocking for the runner. So 2 turnovers, or excuse me, 1 turnover from Shaker, and 2 punts as well. Here, got a man open, but the pass too far through the sideline, or outside of the sideline. Throw got to between the 30 and the 25, but you got to keep it in bounds if you want to move the chains. 7-0 still our score. Panthers on top. Just under 3 minutes left to go in quarter number 1. With the incompletion, second down and 10. Robert King, not with too many completions so far. And he's only 1 for 2. Here is the give to Marquise Hall. Trying to go up the middle. It just will not work. Between the hash marks, he goes down. And it'll only go down as a gain of 2. Third down and 8. One incompletion, 1 very short run. And the defense once again needing to get the job done. No offensive support up to this point. Three men to the right side, 1 to the left. Looking to go to the air. He's under pressure, and he's dragged down. One thing Shaker has done so well through the first 3 weeks is just getting to the quarterback quickly, or just getting to the backfield quickly. Still no first downs. And we're almost done with this first quarter. Ooh, almost a block punt, but no can do. This one's going to roll to Jace Griffin. He'll receive it at the 25. And randomly, the band gets going mid-play. But up past the 40, maybe the 45, close to midfield. So Shaker getting set once again to take the field on offense and still looking to get their first down. Euclid, though they have 7 up on the board, they're yet to get a first down themselves because they just had one explosive run from behind midfield. And that was with Marquise Hall. It was 60 yards on that run. And he was dragging Aiden Murray for those final 10 yards. That's a highlight reel play for the senior running back. Here the throw to the left side, Cornell Beard. He'll pick up about 1 or 2. Second down. Give him about 1.5. It'll go as a second down and 8. Once again, he'll fake the give, and Ahmad's got room to run all the way down the field. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. What a run from the senior quarterback. He was just explosive. Found the hole between the offensive line, and he just had room to run. Nothing but green grass in front of him. Touchdown, Red Raiders. That'll make it a 1-point game. Jack Geisler, the man in my AP Euro class, will be taking the kick. The holder will be Colin Richard. The snap, the hold. Ooh. Yikes. Not exactly sure what happened on the hold there from Richard. Looked a little unsure of himself. And he just let it remain there on the ground as Jack Geisler was still looking to kick it through the uprights. So Shaker's going to remain down in this one. 7-6 is our score. Euclid on top with 42 seconds left to go in the first quarter of action. Geisler going to kick this one away from the 40. On the right-hand hash mark, Geisler backs up about 10 yards. 9 to be exact. And the kickoff. Once again, that squib kind of kick, but it couldn't even touch the ground once as it went blazing right to number 22. That's Railings, the junior. But he'll be taken down quickly, and we will see where they mark him. The 43-yard line, 1st and 10 Euclid. Looking to do some more damage. They're only up 1 after the deficit was cut by that beautiful Abdullah Ahmad run. And they'll start it with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Man in motion, left to right. But it looks like they're going to give this one off to running back number 3 in brutal contact before he can get to the line of scrimmage. That's with Taylor, the backup running back. Also a senior, so just a senior running back room. They also have Zion Thomas, if need be. Numbers 2, 3, and 4, the senior running backs for the men in Navy. They don't need to run another play here. We'll see if they do. 3 seconds remaining, and it looks like they will not choose to do so. The whistle blows, and that will be our first 12 minutes of play. We've got 12 more before halftime. Thanks for sticking with us. My name's Vaughn Ullum. We will take a short break as the teams switch sides. We'll be right back. Thanks for joining. And thank you very much for joining us. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We're through the first 12. We've got 12 more till halftime. Oh! My goodness. A drop from number 18 of your Red Raiders, and that's just not what you want to see. Right to him. And oof. Definitely could have been a momentum changer as we're just getting started. That's Degamo Richards on the drop. Getting windier and chillier here in Euclid, Ohio. About a half-hour commute from the Shaker Heights High School itself. 4 seconds off the clock on that first play of this second quarter. 7-6 is our score. Panthers on top. Shaker, unfortunately, could not convert on the PAT on their first score. Here looking to the air, and he'll hook up with number 1. That's Jamal Jefferson, the senior receiver. And he won't be able to get the full 10, but he'll be close. Maybe about 1.5 yards. What will they officially mark it? 4th down and 2. So with the 4th down, here comes the punting unit. Once again, the 2 receivers standing behind the 20-yard line. It's going to be Jace Griffin and Aiden Murray. The snap, a good one. The punt, a low to the field one. And Aiden Murray not able to find the hole. And he'll get close to the 40, not just there yet. Should be about the 37 or the 38. First down for Shaker. Perhaps they're finding some momentum on offense as they just got their first score after multiple 3-and-outs. I believe we're still looking for the first down of this ball game, and that is correct, says my statistician. Wish him a happy birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Two receivers to the right. One to the left. They're going to run this one again with Cornell Beard pushing his way through. Not too much doing. But again, about a 4-yard or 5-yard gain, and you're eventually going to get a first down if that's just consistent. Cornell Beard against Solon at the Rupp last week, you would really think it was Nick Chubb out on the field. He would just keep barreling over the defenseman. Here, Ahmad will find Kyle Waits in some brutal contact as he's taken down between the 45 and 50. Should be marked at about the 48. And oof, do they call this one a first down? Whew. Some generous first downs being given by the referee. Maybe they're just sick of not seeing any first downs either. Maybe the men moving the chains aren't exactly thrilled either. Cornell Beard running off to the right side, but he can't exactly escape from the O-line in front of him. So he'll be taken down only about 1 yard of a gain. $9.50 and counting down left to go here in quarter number 2, or half number 1, however you'd like to look at it. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. Beard remains in the backfield with Abdullah Ahmad. Haven't gone to the air too much, but here he's going to look to do that. And he's got a man open downfield, and he finds him. That's number 81 of Shaker. That's a touchdown. Shaker Heights Red Raiders. That is a way to do it. Abdullah Ahmad airing it out for the first non-short pass attempt through the air, and there you go. What a play. What a throw. Cameron Jackson. What great separation. And Abdul Ahmad had only green grass separating him and the intended target, Jackson. And so as Jackson was waving his hand downfield, you knew Ahmad saw him, and you knew that one could very well be a touchdown. All it needed was a little bit of razzle-dazzle from the quarterback, number 16. So with the PAT up and good, that'll move us to a 6-point deficit, advantage Red Raiders. So Abdul Ahmad building up his highlight reel on the road with his big run for the score and his big throw for the touchdown to Cameron Jackson. 13-7 our score. Shaker on top. And here's the kick from Jack Geisler. Low to the ground. Takes 2 bounces, a third and a fourth. And now it'll be fallen on by number 26. I don't have a 26 on my roster, so that's all I'm going to have to give you. So out trots the Euclid offense, once again looking to regain that lead. They come in as a massive underdog compared to Shaker. But so far, through the air, 3 for 5 for 18 yards, and that's not too bad in high school football. And they've run 9 times for 83. But keep in mind, that's only with that long run from Marquise Hall for 60 yards. Without it, it would have been 8 runs for 23 yards, and that's not a good stat. But here's Marquise Hall once again evading a tackle, and now he'll eventually be taken down, getting close to midfield, but he will be short of the stripe. It'll be the 47, 1st and 10. For Euclid. And I believe that is our first down of the game. It may be 13-7, but those only have come off explosive plays, 3 explosive touchdowns. And so that's our first down of the game. And the clock is ticking down. We've got less than 9 minutes left to go in the entire half. So that's just an odd stat. You won't hear that often. Looking like a run play. We'll see if that's the case. They do enjoy giving it off to the ball carrier Marquise Hall, and that's exactly why. He just pushes through. And we'll see where they mark him down. It'll be 4 yards to go. 2nd down. Not too many penalties after the first 3 we saw. And here's another one, and it's a false start on Euclid. Once again. Plenty of false starts to start us off here in Euclid. And that'll push him back 5. So both teams have 2 penalties for 10 yards. 4 penalties total. It's nothing like the disastrous outcome of penalties that we saw from Shaker against Solon. 14 penalties against the GCC opponent. Here, almost a good sack on King. He'll evade another tackle, but he'll only get back to about the line of scrimmage. And looks like they'll give him a gain of 1. These Referees have been generous so far with the yardage and the first downs.
From the same spot, 3rd down, 9 Euclid.
Or excuse me, maybe it won't be a gain of 1. A little error up here in the press box. Our apologies. It'll be a 3rd down and 9 to go. Ball spotted at the 48. And here they're going to go to the air. He'll find his man. That's number 1. Will he be able to get the first down? He should be marked short, and that is the case. But there is a flag on the play. We'll see what they mark it. And it'll be an eligible man downfield on the offense. And they're going to accept this one, because Euclid most likely would probably go for it on the 4th down and rather short. There's only about 1 more yard to pick up, and with Marquise Hall in your backfield, I think anyone would go for it in that situation.
It's from the spot. Penalties enforced on the official's timeout.
So the whistle blows. It looks like a timeout is going to be taken.
Discussing the spot.
Or perhaps they're going to discuss the... They're discussing something at the 45-yard line. So after some discussion, they're going to move the ball back because it's a spot of the foul penalty and not a where the ball lies penalty. So with that, it'll be a 3rd down and now 14. Now it'll be a timeout taken by Euclid. So both teams head to their respective sidelines as we get set for the 3rd down and 14. We'll see what's up after the conversations from both sides. Raiders up 13. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We will be right back here from Euclid. So, 3rd and 14 after the official timeout and the Euclid timeout. Here they'll go to the air. It's number 13 over to the right side. He's got many Red Raiders surrounding him, and there's not really a place to go for number 13, Corday Hill, the sophomore receiver. 6 minutes left to go in quarter number 2. We're halfway through quarter number 2. 3 quarters of the way through half number 1, but that might be a little too much math. Shaker up 6, looking to do some more damage after the offense comes back out after this punt right here. And a good punt it is over the shoulder of Damian Cunningham. Now he's going to move over to the right side. Does he find the hole? He was close, but not quite. The 2 will sandwich him and bring him down to the green grass.
Damian Cunningham with the return.
So with the return, The ball will be spotted at about the 24.
Cunningham brought down at the 24-yard line. Where Shaker will try first and 10.
Shaker with one man to the left side. Two off to the right. The man in the backfield is going to be Caden King, and oof. He's taken down rather up high.
James Tessino with the nice tackle for the
But he looks to be okay. The junior running back, standing in at 5'10", is now getting all these carries right here. He'll push forward, and that should pick up the first down, and it looks like it will. He'll move the chains. Another rare occurrence of a first down here in this first half. That's the second for Shaker.
The yardage good enough for a Red Raiders first down. First and 10, Shaker Heights.
So 1st and 10 for the Red Raiders. Man in motion from left to right is going to be Ward. Load man on the left side is Kyle Waits. Ahmad looking to go to the air. Last time he decided to go deep, it worked very well. And that's why 13 is up on the board. Kyle Waits, ooh, some brutal contact down the sideline, but he gets up, looking to be okay. A good pickup on a first down. And it looks like they'll give him 8. Once again, these referees liking the offensive yardage, I suppose. They've been rather generous with the offenses. Colin Richard to the left side. He's the lone man off the line. And here they'll give it once again to Caden King. A good block, but maybe it could be a holding. We'll see. Yellow laundry down on the field. And it will be an illegal block in the back on Shaker. So that'll push him back. And after the penalty, they'll take the time to bring Cornell Beard back into this ball game. Number 15, who's been much more limited than the game against Solon. Not as much explosiveness from the junior, but still he is getting the job done. Two men to the right side, one to the left. Once again, that man off to the left by himself is Colin Richard. Ooh, the snap over to the left side. Ahmad needing to catch it with only one hand, and ooh, very low pass. And no one really in the area, and almost picked off. Ahmad lucky to be getting this one back. It'll be a 3rd down and 12. The ball will remain spotted at the 33. 3.5 left to go in this first half. Please do stick around. The Red Raider band will be giving you a show right after we head to break. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Richard on a curl route, and ooh, he had it in his hands. Just couldn't stick with it. The pass rather up above his head. And so Colin Richards disappointed after that one. Going to join the punting unit, as he is typically the long snapper in these punts, but he's the holder on the PATs. So let's just say he's a man of many talents on special teams. Lucas White once again going to be the punter. He'll stand at the 18. 4th and 12. Waiting for the snap. And a good snap. We used to see a lot of high snaps or low snaps from Richard, but so far he's been doing much better. So this will take a nice little roll between the 29 and 30 of Euclid's half of midfield. First down and 10.
The punt goes to the 30-yard line. That's where the Panthers start their drive. Euclid football first and
Euclid's still down 6. We haven't had too much scoring in this second quarter. And here's the give, I believe, once again to Marquise Hall, that running back. He's been dangerous.
Marquise Hall, ball carrier.
However,
No gain on the play.
nothing doing there. And it'll be Robert King heading over to his sideline, talking it over with his coach for a brief moment, then joining the huddle once again. They'll split up. One man off to the right, one man off to the left. Many more sticking to the O-line. Here they'll go to the air. Looking to number 10, and ooh. Way to get a hand up and making contact with the football through the air. Number 18, DeGamo Richards.
Number 18, DeGamo Richards with the pass deflection.
Beautiful defense there. Not looking for an interception, just swatting the ball away, and sometimes that's really all you should do. And there, it's really all you can do. About 2.5 minutes left to go in this first half of the sport. Third down and 10. Shaker's still up 6. This time they'll give it off to the running back, Ryan Taylor, the senior, standing at 5'9". Will not be able to sneak his way through the O-line in front of him. That'll bring up a 4th down and long, and it looks like we'll be getting a timeout called. So with that, we're going to take a short break. Thank you very much for joining us. Shaker up 6, and when we come back, it'll be a 4th and 9. The punting unit should be out. Thanks for joining. And thank you very much for joining us. 4th down and 9 yards to go for this Euclid offense. But we're not going to be seeing much more of that Euclid offense, as here is the punting unit. The receivers, once again, going to be standing at the 30-yard line, the other half of midfield. Here's the punt, and once again, another good punt. Both teams doing rather well on special teams. Damian Cunningham, Aiden Murray were the two receivers, and there it's Aiden Murray. My goodness. That looked like a flag if I've ever seen one.
Flag on the play. Eden Murray with the punt return.
Aiden Murray looking to be dragged down by the face mask, and, well, that would typically result in the face mask. We'll see what they call this one. There was yellow laundry on the field. It's over at the 31-yard line of Euclid's half of midfield. 2:08 left to go in quarter number 2. Stick with us as we'll be seeing the halftime show of your Shaker Heights High School. A gorgeous band. And a show put on by the Raiderettes. It was holding against Euclid, but it looks to have been declined. So, Shaker up 6, looking to do some more damage and add to that lead. 2:08 to do so. Abdul Ahmad looking to run this one off to the right side. He'll find a hole. He's hitting the back, helmet first. He looks to be okay. But once again, a penalty marker is down. And it's going to be a holding on your Red Raiders. 5 seconds off the clock there. Shaker going to be moving backward 10. So that's never what you like to see to begin a drive, especially after it knocks you the other half of the midfield stripe. So now it'll be a first down, 20 yards to go. So double the distance for this Red Raider offense. 2 men off to the left side, 2 to the right side of the O-line. Man in the backfield with Ahmad is Cornell Beard. Ahmad quickly under pressure. He'll find Cameron Jackson, and he'll make a man miss. He's still running. Oh, my goodness. All the way from sideline to sideline. He's taken down past the midfield stripe, past the 45, and close to the 40. Well, not quite the first down yet, and that's only due to the holding call on that first play. But it'll be a second down and much more manageable. Second down, 7 to go. They're going to give this one to Cornell Beard, but he is wrapped up right after the handoff. And I believe they're going to look to go a little hurry up once again. Except that all falls short as a timeout is going to be taken by Shaker Heights. So the Raiders still up 6, looking for more. But we'll see if they can get more when we come back. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Third down and 10 when we come back. And thank you very much for tuning in. Third down and 10 to go. Looking to go to the air. It's Abdul Ahmad looking downfield. They'll find Kyle Waits, but ooh, some brutal contact, and it looks like that 3 penalty markers down on the field from 3 different referees. And we'll see what they're all thinking. It very well could be targeting. I don't know if they have that in high school or not, actually. Excuse me. But regardless, just an unsafe play nonetheless. And so Kyle Waits, happy to just be up and active after that one. And it's going to be a personal foul on Euclid, and no surprise there after the unsafe tackle. So typically, it would be a 15-yard gain for the offense. I'm not exactly sure what the rule book says in high school about a personal foul. You don't see them all that often in high school football. And it is a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. So that'll help the Red Raider offense out. They're already up 6, looking to extend that lead to 13, or if they want to go for 2, 14. Low snap, but he'll hand it off. Inside, it'll be Cornell Beard, and he'll be taken down at about that left hash mark. And once again, a timeout will be taken by Shaker, their final timeout. And so This very well could be our final break of the half. Thank you very much for tuning in. Shaker, once again, up 6, looking to do some more damage. They've only got 55 seconds left to do so. We'll see what they can do. And we're back. 2nd down and 8 to go. 55 seconds left to go in the first half of action. Abdul Ahmad with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Ahmad looking to go to the air. He has a man. And that's Aiden Murray. He jumps up, and oh my goodness, he'll make the catch. Past the 10, past the 5. Whoo-wee! Abdul Ahmad with a beauty of a throw, and that'll be a big pickup. So it'll be a 1st and goal. I believe this is our first and goal of the game. 40 seconds left to go, and the run up the middle. That should be the touchdown, and it is. 17 seconds of game clock after that timeout, and they throw up 6 more on the board. That'll be 19-7 our score. The Red Raiders, the predicted winners of this one. Now finding a bit of momentum, and we'll see if the PAT will be good. Jack Geisler once again to take the kick. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and ooh, it is good. Not the best of view from this press box. So after Shaker has abandoned screen passes, they've really found a lot of success on offense. And a lot of that success comes from the air. Not too much explosiveness from the running backs, both Caden King and Cornell Beard. They are finding that success, but where we're really looking right now is the passing game. And you can only credit Abdullah Ahmad for that. Granted, what a beautiful catch from Aiden Murray to set him up for the 1st and goal. I mean, the hops on that receiver. So 38 seconds left to go in quarter number 2. Stick around at halftime as the Shaker Heights High School marching band will give you a show. And Jack Geisler, after making the PAT, is going to kick this one away from the 40-yard line. And this one takes a high bounce over number 22. It's taken in behind the 30. We'll see where they mark him. It might be at exactly the 30. Only 2 seconds off the clock there. Euclid, we'll see how they want to approach these dying seconds of the half. Only 36 of them. They're down 13. But they're also not getting the ball to begin the second half. That'll be all Shaker. 1st and 10 for the men in navy and yellow. They'll have 3 receivers off to the right side. 1 to the left, so if they're doing anything, it looks like they're going to the air. Man in the backfield with King is going to be Marquise Hall. And yes, they will go to the air. King finding number 13, and he will fall forward for the 1st down. Corday Hill, the sophomore receiver, and Euclid going to take a quick timeout, and we will take a quick break. Euclid going to play these final moments of the half aggressively, as once again they're not getting the ball to start the second half. So, can they score before the half ends? Well, we'll see when we come back. Thanks for tuning in. My name's Vaughn Ullum. And the snap, a good one. The throw to Marquise Hall, the running back, and he's got room to run, but he'll be pushed out of bounds. And that'll save another timeout. They'll get right back to it. 21 seconds, and they are marching down the field before the end of this half. So the sun completely out of the sky at this point, as we are an hour and 5 minutes after the opening kickoff. So these Panthers really not messing around in the dying seconds of the half. They'll more than likely continue to go to the air. He'll fake the give to Hall, and yes, he will go to the air. He'll evade 2 sacks. There is some yellow laundry down on the field. And there, he'll just run this one out of bounds to avoid calling another timeout. 8 seconds off the play, very time-consuming, but we've got an injured man down on the field as well. That's Isaiah Williams, the senior. So as we take the injury timeout, once again, we will take a short break. Hopefully he will get tended to. And we'll see how this one plays out. Thanks for tuning in. 13 more seconds left to go in this first half of action. Shaker up 13. So Williams up very quickly, a sudden moment where he just popped up, so he looks to be okay. So 8 seconds off the clock in that last play, and a good throw. Beauty of a throw to Jamal Jefferson, the senior receiver. But it looks like they're going to call this one incomplete and out of bounds, and that is the case. So now only 9 seconds left to go. Euclid might need to take a deep shot here, as now we've only got single digits left to go in the quarter. 13 points separate the two teams, and the Red Raiders luckily have the advantage on the road. Next week, they'll be having a Thursday game against Maple Heights. We look to see you once again at the Russell H. Rupp Field. Here's the snap. Looking down the field, and he's wrapped up behind the midfield stripe. Once again, they're not able to move it forward, and that is going to take us to the end of half number 1. Thank you very much for tuning in. Shaker with some solid offensive moments like the explosive run from Abdullah Ahmad, the explosive pass to Aiden Murray, but also Cameron Jackson. And so this offense has a lot of stacking of the highlight reel from that first half, but we will see if they can continue that streak of success in the second half. But that will be when we come back. Please enjoy the halftime show by the Shaker Heights High School Marching Band, and right after that, it's going to be the Euclid High School Marching Band. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back for quarter number 3. Shaker up 13.
Here's the thing, can I leave it? Maybe? I'm afraid it'll tip. Maybe. That's right. What's that gonna make? It weighs down the baseball.
halftime show is a salute to the Ribbon of Rock. Kicking it off is Cat Tower's 1980 hit single, "Hit Me With Your Best Shot," followed by "I Love Rock and Roll," covered by Joe Jett. Respect, along with the Supremes, keep me hanging on.
There's other digits. It's still the better.
Use that voice. Come on.
see you next week. You want to test it? I'm putting this back in.
Hello, Shaker Heights High School varsity football fans. Welcome back to the Euclid Community Stadium here in Euclid, Ohio. Shaker, after a all right first half, they started off rather slow, but they picked it back up. They are up a 13-point score. 20-7 is that score. And 12 minutes back up on the clock, symbolizing the start of quarter number 3. And here's the kickoff. A solid one at that. It's taken in at about the 8 and moved forward. Ooh, he's got a lane. It's Aiden Murray. Ooh, he barreled right into him. If he had just moved a little over to the left side, he could have been off to the races. Fortunately, not the case. And the Red Raider offense will be coming out now. They are already up 13 points. Much help to the Red Raider defense, though. They've really been doing well. Not able to force any turnovers so far, but they've been able to get a lot of stops when they need them most, forcing a lot of punts. Shaker, in the name of turnovers, have turned it over once. And that comes off of the fumble in that second quarter. Abdullah Ahmad with 3 receivers off to the right side, 1 to the left. That lone receiver on the left is Kyle Waits. Ball marked at the 40. Shaker going to keep with the same formation as the referees push him forward. And here's the run. To Cornell Beard, not able to fight for too much, but a couple. Positive yardage. And positive yardage, better than negative yardage, and anyone can tell you that. So in the name of first downs as well, only 2 per side. Ooh, messing up on the handoff there. Ahmad kept it with him. Cornell Beard looked back like, wait a minute, I don't have the football. And so Ahmad didn't know exactly what to do from there. He's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. But as I was saying, 2 first downs from each side, both for each team, came from the second quarter. So not much offense. Not long periods of offense, I should say. Some big explosive plays, such as the very first touchdown that Abdul Ahmad had. He took it past midfield, and it was nothing but green grass in front of him. And he went all the way in for the score. Some big passes from him, too. He's looking to make another happen here. The throw to Colin Richard, and it's just dropped out right in front of him. The pass a little low, but regardless, he dropped it. It was in his hands. Yet it hit the turf, so that'll bring up a 4th down and about 11. .49 left to go in quarter number 3. And here's the punter, Lucas White, the sophomore. Colin Richard, the one to snap it. And the punt, rather high. We'll see how this one rolls. And not doing too much. Advantage Shaker as it was getting set to head back the other way. So the Red Raiders touch up, and it should be spotted at about the 35. And that looks like it is exactly where it will be spotted. Shaker up 13, looking to keep it that way as their defense now out. You may have noticed we haven't heard the name Trey McNutt throughout this entire ball game, and that's the D1 recruit. Already has Georgia, Ohio State, and Michigan on the phone. But he doesn't appear to be in this one, and he is more than likely injured and just sitting this one out. They're taken out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock. 10:31 left to go, only 9 seconds in that play. So it'll be a 2nd down and 2 to go. We're looking to see a lot more of Marquise Hall, the senior running back, who has just been dominant in the backfield. But for the moment, that handoff to Rynell Taylor, the other senior running back that we have seen a couple times in the backfield. Staying at 5'9", but not able to move it forward. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. Ball spotted, 43-yard line of Euclid's half of midfield. They should be going to the run game again. It's only 2 yards to go. See if that's the direction that they will go. And yes, but he should be marked short, but barely short. We have seen the referees be generous with the yardage given, but it looks like they are going to hold this one short. 4th down and very short to go. Call it about half a yard. And it looks like they're bringing out the punting unit. And when you're 2 scores down in a third quarter, that's an interesting call. And with the timeout Panthers. 9:11 left to go in quarter number 3. And the players definitely pressuring coach, hey, we want to go for this one. And we will see what they decide to do here. And it looks like they will go for it. An easily convinced coach there on the sideline. So the Red Raider defense back out now. It's 4th and about half a yard. What can Shaker do? Can they lock down on defense? They are most definitely showing run. The defense most likely going to blitz on this one. But a flag on the play. And it's a false start on Euclid. There ruins all hope of that, because that's going to bring up the 4th and 6. And the Panthers offense clearly just disappointed, because they had called the timeout, convinced their coach, hey, we want to go for this one. And it didn't result in much of anything after that false start. Pushing back 5, 4th down, 6 to go. Here's the punt. Looks as though it'll be Aiden Murray and Jace Griffin back to return this one. They're up at the 24-yard line. And it's right to Aiden Murray on the 19-yard line. He's going to go to the right sideline, see what he can pick up there. Past the 40, we'll see where they mark him. And might be at about the 45. All we do know is it'll be a 1st down and 10. Ball spotted at the 45. Now we get that confirmation. 9 minutes left to go in quarter number 3. Shaker still up 20-7, looking to add to that lead. Ball on the right hash mark. And they're going to have one receiver out to the right. The lone man is Cameron Jackson, and off to the left, he's got 3 more receivers. Beard in the backfield with him, and he will get the handoff. Here he'll move it up. Pushed forward for the 1st down. And there you go, Cornell Beard. Another big run. However, here today, the run game not exactly as explosive. 7.9 yards per carry, but without that big run from Abdullah Ahmad for the touchdown, it was only 4.2 yards per carry. Granted, Euclid, without their big run as well, is also at 4.2 yards per carry. Here's another run. Cornell Beard just barely tripped up. The last defenseman got him. And he slowly falls down. There's another 1st down. Move those chains. Another give to Cornell Beard. He's got some room to run. 1st down and more. He's barreling forward. He's in for the 1st down and goal. Two runs of 21. My goodness. Cornell Beard getting that momentum right back. So now they enter into the red zone. First down and goal from the 4. And I say, why wouldn't you run it? Here we go. Cornell Beard tripped up. He'll get about 2, though. That's half the battle in this goal line battle. So 2nd down. And they'll be going from the 2. Well, he picked up half of it. Can they pick up the other half? Cornell Beard, once again, he'll push through. And once again, just short. Perhaps gaining 1 more yard. And I mean, that will help the cause. a 2-yard run, a 1-yard run, and now they just need one more to get that touchdown. They're up 13. Can they make it 19? The run, Cornell Beard, and he is most definitely in. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They keep going to the right side of the O-line, and it kept working. A 2-yard run, a 1-yard run, and Cornell Beard most definitely had the touchdown as the lane opened up for him, and he was able to sneak it through. Shaker up 19, looking for 20. Jack Geisler to attempt the point after touchdown. Colin Richard once again going to be the man to hold the long snap. And flag on the play. It looks like one of the Euclid men jumped, and that is the case. So head coach Alex Nicholson going to keep his PAT unit out there. So we'll do this again. 19-point difference, looking for 20. Jack Geisler to kick this one through the uprights. It is up, and it is good. "20 points separate the Red Raiders and the Panthers. 27-7 our score, and as the Red Raiders get set to kick this one away, we will take a short break. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum, Cornell Beard on that last touchdown. We'll be right back. And we're back. Jack Geisler kicking this one away. It's taken in at about the 25. Not too much room to run as he moves backwards. And now we'll see where they mark him. He willingly ran backwards. And so, yeah, what do the refs have to say about that one? 7:13 left to go in quarter number 3. Shaker now up 20. 27-7 our score, and it was a little concerning after a couple 3-and-outs to begin this game on the Red Raiders side of offense. And the Panthers got the 7-0 start, but since then, 27 straight points for your Red Raiders. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Hope you're enjoying this one just as much as I am. Shaker defense looking to lock up this Panthers offense. Once again, the throw, and that's way to the left of the intended receiver, Dejan Delfair. So there was a flag on the play. And while the ball is being moved back, so it's on Euclid. I believe it was a false start because they are pushed back 5. First down and 15 yards to go. One man to the left side, 2 off to the right, 1 near side left. And the snap, a faulty one. King needing to scramble his way out of this one. He'll pump fake to his receiver. Almost a pick. from number 24 of Shaker. That's Brian Patterson. Just not able to secure it there. Through the hands, but keep in mind it was way above him. You can't really do too much with it. So off the incompletion, it'll be a 2nd down and 15. Shaker looking to maintain that undefeated record. 3-0 so far, and if the game continues the way it has, it'll be 4-0 by the end of the night. Number 4 getting the ball once again. Marquise Hall, this senior running back, had an outstanding first half, but since then, the Shaker Raider defense has really just slowed things down. And so the clock will keep ticking after that one. We've got less than 7 minutes left to go in quarter number 3. 27-7 our score. Your Red Raiders are on top. 3rd down, 10 to go. 1 receiver to the left, 2 out to the right. They should be looking to go to the air here. In that first half, they were 7 for 9 through the air. And there's another completion for him, and barreling all his way forward, and that's going to be Marquise Hall. And maybe he's gaining that momentum back. That first half energy from Marquise Hall will give Euclid the 1st down and 10. Move those chains. So through the air in that first half, they went 7 for 9 for 47 yards. They had a 77 pass completion percentage. And those stats are better than Shaker's. They only had a 63% pass completion percentage. And here he'll fake the give to Hall. He's looking down the field. He's got a man wide open, and it's number 1. That's Jefferson Jr. He'll be stopped. Damian Cunningham on the coverage and eventually the tackle. But my goodness, Jamal Jefferson finding the separation from number 5, Damian Cunningham. The senior, the only man to beat, in the deep shot from Robert King, the sophomore quarterback. And it'll be a 52-yard pickup through the air. My goodness. That's a momentum changer if you want one. Giving Euclid fans something to cheer about, and Euclid very well could score here. Taken down is Marquise Hall. Not much of a pickup, if any at all. And it looks like it'll be a pickup of 1 singular yard. But positive yardage, once again, better than negative, or none at all. So Euclid coming into this team 65th in Division number 2 of Ohio. Shaker 31st. And so Shaker so far has shown why they're 31st. And Euclid just looking for an upset. Brunswick as too many men on the field for Euclid, so that'll push him back a couple. But as I was saying, we've seen these upsets even in the GCC at the moment as we were entering into this second half. Brunswick, ranked 147th, was on top of Cleveland Heights by 10. And that's not something you're often going to see. Cleveland Heights, one of the best in the state. That's, of course, in state rankings, not division rankings. Marquise Hall in the backfield. Good effort to keep him on his feet, but eventually it's just too much. He'll be thrown down in the backfield. That'll bring up a 3rd down and long. Third down and goal, all the way back at the 18. Less than 4 minutes left to go. Clock continues to tick on down. One man off to the left, one off to the right, and they will go to the air here. Looking to the back of the end zone, to the right side, nothing doing. So that'll bring up the fourth down, and we'll see what Euclid decides to do here. 27-7 our score. Your Red Raiders are on top with 3:39 left to go in the third quarter. And I think Euclid going to take a shot, going to go for this one. Robert King back out off the sideline after talking to his coach. And we'll see. It looks like they are indeed going to go for this one. Marquise Hall in the backfield. Two receivers off to the right, one off to the left. Never seem to go empty backfield, and why would you when you have Marquise Hall? Here they'll go to the air. Under pressure is Robert King. He's going to get through, but he's not going to be able to pick that up regardless as he falls down off over to the sideline as he's shoved by the Red Raider defenders. So another good Red Raider defensive lockup, and that'll bring out the offense. Shaker will remain up 20. So the offense will come back out now, led by Abdullah Ahmad. And he has had some big plays through the air, and he had that one big play on the ground. That came as the very first Red Raider touchdown. But here he's going to hand this one off. I believe that's Caden King, and that is the case. Number 26, the junior running back. And with that big run, he will pick up that first down. The clock will continue to tick down, and that's most likely what Shaker's going to try to do for the rest of this ball game. Just wind down the clock. And with the explosive running back room that you do in Caden King and Cornell Beard, that comes easier than most high schools. Caden King once again, the ball carrier. He'll get it up to about the 30, maybe just past it. Under 3 minutes to go. Shaker up 20. Three receivers off to the right side. None off to the left, but Jackson Ward will be on the O-line to the left side. Ahmad once again, more than likely looking to hand this one off, and that is the case. Caden King, or excuse me, he faked everyone out. Abdullah Ahmad kept it, and on the ground he'll move over to the right side. I am not sure he picked up the first. It might have, but keep in mind there's yellow laundry down on the field. So far in this half, Shaker running 12 plays, 11 of which were on the ground, keeping them with the ball carriers. And again, with the running back room that you do, why not? Kyle waits to the left side, three receivers over to that right side. Ahmad going to give this one off once again to Caden King, and he'll fall forward up to about the 30. And that'll bring up a third down. We'll see what the distance is. And it should be 5 yards to gain. Clock continues to tick on down. Shaker up 20. But right now, they're just really looking to melt the clock and keep it that way. Here the throw to the left side, Caden King. He's quickly met after the reception. So, and since the reception was at the line of scrimmage, can't really go much further. 1:20 left to go. Clock continues to roll on down. Shaker looking to just take the time off that clock. Come away with an easy victory if they just take the time away from the Euclid offense. Euclid's going to need 3 more scores. And in now 13 minutes of game clock, that's not an easy feat in high school football. So Euclid, at this point, I think it's safe to say, is looking for a miracle. The punter, Lucas White, a good snap. And there you go, not a bad punt. Over the shoulder of Colin Richard. It'll move back over to about the, we'll see where they mark this one. Should be the 34, and that's where the referee stands. 37 seconds now left to go in the third quarter of action. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Hope you're enjoying this one just as much as we at this game are. So here's the Euclid first down and 10. In that last possession, a big completion. Robert King hooking up with Jamal Jefferson down the field. Jefferson only needing to beat Damian Cunningham, and with the separation, it was an easy completion. King only had to be on target. Here's another throw. Through the air. Hasn't been too bad for Euclid, but they've been going to the ground a lot, and Shaker's just been locking them up. Penalty marker down on the field. We'll see what comes of this. And it'll be an ineligible man downfield on the Panthers. That'll push him back. So Shaker, so far, the main concern after the 2 victories against both Willoughby South and Brush were, okay, this is great, but how are they going to fare against the Greater Cleveland Conference rivals? And so far, from what we've seen from Solon, who last year beat Shaker 38-0, and now this game right in front of you, Shaker's looking to fare rather well. Here's the pass over to Jefferson, the man with the big completion, the last possession, and he will eventually be taken down, and that'll bring up the second down. Robert King going to talk over to his coach over by the sideline. And that'll take us to the end of quarter number 3. Thank you very much for tuning in. We've got 12 more minutes of some great Friday night football here in Euclid, Ohio. Shaker up 20. We'll see if they can close this one out against their GCC rival. What comes next? Say the score again. Excuse our audio issues here at the Euclid Community Stadium. Audio should be back up now. Our apologies here from the press box. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. Shakers up 27-7, looking to keep it that way with a stop here. Marquise Hall, the senior running back, just doing some damage on this Red Raider defense. Here the extension from, I believe it is 18. That's Robert King. The quarterback kept it with him. And with the extension, that'll bring the 6 up on the scoreboard. 27-13 it will be. Looking to make it 27-14 is the kicker. Robert King, the rushing touchdown there. We've seen some highlight reel plays from the sophomore quarterback. Definitely with that big pass completion to Jefferson earlier. And whatever connection that is between Jamal Jefferson, pinged right off the left upright, so the extra point is no good. But as I was saying, that connection between Jamal Jefferson, the receiver, the senior receiver, and the sophomore quarterback, Robert King, it's just special, at least here tonight. That connection has just been crucial, and it's been tearing apart this Red Raider defense. With that big completion earlier that should have ended up in 6, but the Euclid offense just couldn't continue that momentum forward, so it ended up in actually 0 points. But also, we saw that good completion on that drive as well to Jamal Jefferson. So a couple things for GCC coaches to keep note of, and that's number 1, that connection between King and Jefferson, but also, of course, number 4, Marquise Hall. That running back has just been exceptional. The senior standing at 5'10", 190 pounds. And we saw that very first touchdown of Marquise Hall's dragging Aiden Murray. Those final 10 or some yards to end up extending over the goal line and getting that first touchdown. That was their only touchdown for the longest time, but there you go. There's the second one of the ball game for Euclid. The Panthers not able to defend their home territory with too much succession, but let's just say this is the expected outcome if Shaker does come away with the victory. They're up 14 now, 27-13. Kai James moving over to his left side, and immediately as he turns the other way, he's met by number 20, Bacchus. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but it's a sophomore defenseman. 10:15 left to go in quarter number 4, our final quarter of football here in Euclid. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying this one just as much as we are up in the press box. First down and 10. Abdul Ahmad marches back out with his offense behind him. One receiver off to the right side. It's going to be Cameron Jackson. But I believe joining him is number 43. That's Mitchell. Here's the handoff. Cornell Beard. Flag thrown up into the air right after the ball was snapped. We'll see what the matter is. And it looks as though it's going to be a false start. That'll push him back 5. Shaker needing to get these penalties under control. As we saw in Solon last week, 14 penalties, a lot of which came in the first half. There must have been some sort of speech in the locker room from head coach Alex Nicholson, because we didn't see too many penalties in that second half, at least not compared to the first. Clock ticking on down, and that's exactly what these Red Raiders want. The give to Cornell Beard once again. He'll try to move it inside the O-line. And maybe he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage to make it a 2nd and 10, or maybe a little extra. Call it 2nd and 9. Cornell Beard really fighting for that extra yard. Shaker wanting to extend their lead back to 3 possessions. The question is, can they? They also want to melt this clock right on down, and this is how. Cornell Beard, another run up the inside, and another decent pickup of about 7, maybe 8. Call it 8. Third down, 2 yards to go. Here's the run. Once again, once again, faked me out. Abdullah Ahmad keeping it. It'll run off to the left side of the O-line, moving it forward for about a gain of 6, maybe 7. And call it a gain of indeed 7. You hate to admit it if you're a Euclid defender. Less than 9 minutes to go. Shaker taking all time off the clock if they can. 3 receivers off to the right side, none off to the left. Looking to give it again once to Cornell Beard, and that is the case. He'll find a lane. He'll move it forward. Not going to pick up the first down. He'll be close. And now it looks as though there's a man slow to get up. He'll limp, but he looks to be okay. Number 13, that's Corday Hill, the wide receiver defensive back duo of Corday Hill. And once again, same formation. 3 off to the right, none off to the left. Beard again in the backfield. And again, the handoff to Beard. And not sure he'll pick it up, most likely not. It'll be a 3rd and very short, perhaps half a yard. And that looks to be the case. Just run it again if you're head coach Alex Nicholson. Switching up formation, 2 on each side of the line. And here's the give. Cornell Beard making men miss, and he will most definitely get the first down. And about 8 more after. And let the clock keep on ticking down. The score, 27-13. Shaker with the 14-point advantage. 7:36 left to go. And now that clock keeps on ticking down as they're just going to keep on running it with Cornell Beard. We saw a little bit of Caden King, not as much as we have seen over the last couple of weeks, but Cornell Beard getting more of that time. Abdullah Ahmad looking to air this one out. He'll roll out to his right and eventually just throw this one away. Which, if you're looking to just melt the rest of the time off the clock, not exactly sure why you're looking to throw, but head coach Alex Nicholson, not exactly the predictable head coach that you may want to see. Shaker's 3rd pass attempt of the entire half. Well, it's incomplete. They've only got, 0 yards through the air this half. They've got a completion, but it was on the line of scrimmage. Here, looking to give it again. Cornell Beard, but he's wrapped up on the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 10 should be the down and distance. And let the clock keep on ticking down. Shaker is really in a good position to win this one. But you just want them to keep possession of the football, because 6 minutes, for the moment, it's 6:45 left to go, but at 6 minutes, that's plenty of time for a team to get 2 scores if they really need it. There, the pass complete to Colin Richard, the safety slot receiver duo. Number 17. Picking up some solid yardage, but nowhere near enough. It'll still be a 4th down, about 4.5 to go. And they're going to go for it. 3 receivers off to the right, 1 off to the left. Beard stands behind Abdullah Ahmad in the backfield. And he's going to go to the air, and he'll find Colin Richard once again. And that will pick up the first down. 10 yards to go now, and that'll allow Shaker to keep on winding this clock on down. Two receivers out wide on each side. He'll hand this one off. Cornell Beard looking to go inside, a little off to the right side of the O-line, but nothing really doing. Holding the call against Shaker on that last play. Still the officials waiting to resume this one. And now we'll get the motion for the clock to keep ticking. And here's the run. Cornell Beard to the left side, but still wrapped up by some of those defensive linemen. But clock will keep on ticking. Second down. And 17, only a pickup of 3. Here's the run to Cornell Beard once again. And once again, not too much on the pickup, but you know time is a big factor in the game of football, and it'll keep on winding down. That'll bring up a third down and long, 12 yards to go. Ahmad with two receivers off the line to the right and off the line to the left. Beard in the backfield with him. He'll sling it over to Aiden Murray, and he will take the reception and keep moving it forward. He'll evade a tackle and go in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders, and that will bring us to another 3-possession score. And so though the drum line has already begun packing up and heading to the buses, the remainder of the Red Raider band will play in celebration. The PAT attempt, the snap, the hold, the kick. Ooh, maybe got a piece of that one regardless. Not a PAT attempt you're going to want to watch again if you are Jack Geisler. So the men in white and red looking to kick this one off once more. 4 minutes, 17 seconds left to go in quarter number 4. And there's the kick all the way, barely missing, going out of bounds, barely getting into the end zone, and then getting out of bounds. So it'll be a touchback. It means the ball should be spotted at the 20-yard line. First down and 10 for the men in navy, yellow, and white. So the 1st and 10 for Euclid. They have not found too much success scoring in this second half, or not too much since that first score to allow them to take the lead by 7. Since then, only 1 touchdown, and that was on that last possession. They're a high throw, but number 13 going to pick it up. That's Hill for another reception. Hill, a receiver's name that we have once again heard plenty of here today. Him and Jamal Jefferson, really the playmaker receivers of this Euclid offense. However, the man in the backfield, really the man to talk about, and that's Marquise Hall. Senior running back, and he has just been dominant. Right now, we're not going to see too much of his running skills because you're looking to go through the air. If you're down 3 possessions, there the pass incomplete, and that'll stop the clock at 3:41. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. King heading over to the left sideline, the home team sideline, talking things over with his coach. And he's back in the huddle, and now they disperse. 3 receivers to the left side, 1 out to the right. And a fumbled snap, and Shaker says they have it. We'll see what the refs decide. They do. Shaker will regain possession, and they're going to continue their work at just melting time off the clock. They're already up 20. Will they decide to add more, or will they really just try to take the time off? First down, 10 to go. First and 10, Abdul Ahmad back out with his offense. Looking to melt time off the clock here, most likely. And he's just going to take it himself, needing to stay in bounds. And I assume he did. Or excuse me, he did not. Stop the clock. Three minutes, 26 seconds left to go. And here's another runoff to the left side. This time, looks as though he did stay in bounds, though he did pick up a first down. It will stop that clock once again. The man in the backfield with Ahmad is Caden King, number 26. And Ahmad going to stick with it, and he'll fake out the defender and waltz on in for another 6 up on the board. So make it 39-13. They're tripling up the score of Euclid. Looking to do more than triple up the score of Euclid. Looking to make it 40-13. Jack Geisler to kick the PAT. Last PAT didn't exactly work out too well. The hold, the kick, it is up, and it is good. 40 points to 13. Shaker on top. Thank you very much for tuning in. And it looks as though your road team is going to seal the victory here and maintain that undefeated season. Willoughby South, they'll secure the victory. Brush, they secure the victory. And now, as they enter into GCC play, they have now beaten Solon. And in 3:05 more of game clock, it should be a victory against the Panthers of Euclid High School. Time is the only thing separating the Red Raiders and the W. Jack Geisler set to kick this one off. Ball at the 40, Geisler at the 31. He'll run up. And there you go, there's the kickoff. Not any fumbling at all from these kickoffs. There's some room to run for the man returning, and that's Hill, getting it just barely past midfield. Call it the 48. So the question is Euclid going to keep throwing the football and try to regain some of that pride back, or are they going to just run this one out because it is a 4-possession game? Two minutes, 57 seconds. Will they run it or will they pass it? More than likely, they're going to pass it, and that is the case. King looking to go downfield. He's going to air it out. Does he have his man beat? He does not. And some of these home supporters arguing that it could have been a pass interference, but that ball, ladies and gentlemen, was most definitely uncatchable. Too far out. But some would tend to disagree. So, 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Man in motion from the right to the left. It's number 6. He'll fake the give. It'll be King running with it to the right side and eventually taken down. That was a heavy tackle laid down from number 74, Andy Benincasa, the junior, laying the body down on the sophomore quarterback. Less than 2.5 minutes left to go in the 4th and final quarter of play. 3rd down, 7 to go after the 3-yard run. Now 2 minutes. And they're going to go to the air once more. Pass complete. That's to number 9, and he'll head out of bounds to stop the clock and not take any of those timeouts. 1 minute 53 left to go. The receiver on that one, Anthony Bates. And the senior going to be able to pick up the 1st down and move those chains. A minute and a half left to go. King originally looking to go to the air, but he's much too under pressure, and he'll run this one forward, picking up a 1st down. And that is going to keep the clock rolling unless they want to call a timeout. And I don't believe they're going to. It's already a 4-possession game. And the clock will keep on rolling. 80 seconds until this one's all said and done. Shaker going to go 4-0 to begin their season. And after an unfortunate end of their season last year Just not what people expected out of this Shaker Heights football team. Wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage, and Shaker's defense just continues to be the name of the game. They really just limit the production of these good teams, such as Solon even, while the offense continues to tack on points. Now there's an injured man on the field with 43 seconds left to go. And as he gets tended to, we will take a short break. We've got 43 seconds left of Friday night under the light football here in Euclid. We'll see how this one ends when we come back. Shaker up 27. The man down on the field was number 6. That's Telfair. He's made a big difference in the offensive production of Euclid. And yikes. Number 6 at Telfair. He is in pain and slow to get off the field. That's just not the way you want to end a game. A game you already know you're going to lose, and then have one of your big players go down. Here's King. And he'll just throw this one out. And once again, stop that clock. My goodness. Euclid, got to give him credit for the fighting spirit. But this one is definitely out of reach. The band already completely out of the stadium. "27 seconds left of game clock. Would they even think to just milk the rest of the clock? That's the question. More than likely not. They'll go to the air. King under pressure. And he'll get it complete to his intended target, number 3. Taylor. And after that, that'll stop the clock. And head coach Alex Nicholson wondering why it's not running. There was no first down, but they just needed to reset the ball, I suppose. Under 10 seconds left to go. King looking for one last shot down the field. 1 second left to go, and he is taken down, and that will conclude this one here from the Euclid Community Stadium. That's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Shaker winning this one by a score of 40-13. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We'll see you next week on a Thursday as Shaker returns to the Russell H. Rupp Stadium and look to continue this undefeated streak at home. 4-0, your starting record for the Red Raiders. We'll see you next week. Thank you very much for tuning in.